What's up guys, and welcome back to the Pokémon Sun and Moon coverage video. And just as I was uploading the video just now about the leaked Pokemon, the actual trailer revealing properly those leaked Pokemon came out on the Japanese Pokemon channel. So that's what we're going to go through now, looking at each of these Pokemon in more detail. Now that we actually know some stuff about them, we know they're real, we know they're typing, we know some abilities as well, and some moves too. So it's going to be quite interesting to look at. So we're just going to jump straight in. First up in the trailer thingy, we see Tapu Koko, controlled by Hala. It looks like it's Hala's Pokemon, you can see here, but as I predicted in the leak video, Tapu Koko can bring the two sides of its sort of plates together and look like a bird, at least have a bird's face, and it actually opens its mouth here, it would seem. So who knows what that's about, but Tapu Koko, would usually, I guess, be seen like this, and then in the second shot it's actually seen flying down. I guess this is like an introduction shot almost. It's seen flying down between, it looks to be like 3 Pikipeks, and it just does a triple swoop, kills 3 of them, and then swoops into the camera, which looks really cool in my opinion. So I can't wait to see that in the game and see how it's actually sort of intertwined into the story. And then we see some more about Tapu Koko. It can open its sort of casing a bit, and you can see it peeking its eye out, and then it opens up and it looks proud and strong, and it looks really awesome. I love the design of Tapu Koko. It looks like it's going to be a really interesting Pokemon, especially since it's going to have 3 counterparts which may or may not look similar to it around the region. So we're going to have at least a couple more looking like this and looking as awesome as this, I would hope at least. So what about Tapu Koko? What actually is it in terms of typing? Well, it's an electric fairy type, which is quite interesting. I didn't think it would be part fairy at all. I could tell the electric because Tapu Koko's new ability is called Eleki Maker, at least in Japanese, and this activates electric terrain when it's sent out into the battle. Now, if you guys don't know what electric terrain is, because obviously it's not exactly something that's used too much, in competitive or anything like that, but electric terrain activates it, and while it's active, no one can be affected by sleep or yawn. That's, that's it. There's only people that are on the ground. So, that's the other thing. This prevents people from sleeping or yawning, and it also increases the damage done by electric type moves against effective Pokemon by 50%. So basically, Tapu Koko's electric type moves are going to deal extra, 150% in total to any Pokemon standing on the ground. So that's very good, and also has changes to Nature Power, Secret Power, and stuff like that. So that's quite interesting as well, because I spoke about, I think in one of my previous videos, about how if they made terrain into a, one of my Mega Evolutions videos probably, if they'd made a terrain into a more usable thing with some abilities, then it might be sort of more effective, which it seems like they're doing. So that's pretty cool there. I like that. And I also like the idea of Tapu Koko being part fairy, because it's not exactly something we've seen too much. But yeah, it's going to be something interesting at least. And who knows, maybe the other 3 Guardians rather may be the same. Then the trailer moves on to look at Charjabug and confirms its bug electric type, and you can see it here. Whether it looks like a bus or a battery or a toaster, that's up to you, it's your own sort of thing. But I like sort of the line, at least. I don't particularly like the design here, but I can deal with it. It doesn't look horrible. And then the second shot here, we can see a shot of it from the Pokédex, and you can see its eyes shining behind these, I guess I'm going to call them windows, and you can see it actually looks really cool. I like that. I don't know why, but it just looks really cool. And then the next thing that happens is that we get a nice little evolution going on with Charjabug here. You can see first time for the evolution in Sun and Moon. Starts off similar. It looks really cool though, better than X and Y in Generation 6 in general, from what I remember. But it does a little evolution thing, and then actually the screen goes orange instead of blue. It changes completely, and then you get this sort of meteor coming down. The meteor explodes, and then after that we can see we have obviously Vikavolt. Still bug electric, evolving from obviously Charjabug, and we can assume they evolved from Grubbin rather. And Vikavolt, in my opinion, looks awesome. I mean, the Sugimori art for a start looks amazing. I'm in love with that, and it looks awesome in front of this trainer here. It looks so huge. I just love it. And now we'll see, finally we can see some shots of it from the Pokédex, just flying around, looking cool. I think I might have to get a Vikavolt on my team in Sun and Moon. I think I'm just going to have to do it. It looks really cool. I'm just saying. Then we move on to look at Drampa, the dragon we saw earlier, and it turns out Drampa is a normal dragon type. Yes, the first normal dragon type we've seen, from what I remember at least. So that's going to be really interesting how it works. And Drampa also has a new ability called Frenzy, and this increases the special attack when it's activated. However, right now we don't know how it's activated, because obviously all we have is this here. Possibly when it goes to low health, possibly when it's hit by a super effective move, maybe something like that, who knows, but it's going to be really interesting to see how that's sort of used by people. And then finally, of course, we have some more shots here of Drampa basically in its Pokedex, looking pretty cool. Again, we don't know whether it's going to be sort of a single Pokemon like Druddigon, or if it's going to be a final evolution or something else entirely. We don't know right now. Then we also have another new Pokemon. We'll carry on looking at them, of course, and this one is Bruxish. It's a water psychic, like I predicted. The main reason I predicted it is because we actually saw a psychic type move get used by it in the first video, the leak video. And again, it also has a new ability. This one is called Dazzle, and basically what Dazzle does, it prevents moves with an increased speed priority from hitting. So, for example, I don't know what move is used in the video, obviously by Kangaskhan here, but if someone was to use Quick Attack, it's not going to hit Bruxish. So that's quite an interesting thing, to look at. Obviously, I doubt Bruxish is going to be used competitively, since it's probably going to be a single evolution on its own, so I doubt it's going to be usable, but it's quite an interesting ability nonetheless. And then obviously finally we can see some more shots of Bruxish from the Pokedex. I'm not going to complain too much, the design is a bit weird, but it's tropical, so I guess we can't complain too much. Then we move on to yet another new Pokemon, which of course is Cutiefly, which we saw earlier. Bug Fairy, like I predicted again. It's not too hard to predict really, look at it, it was using Fairy Wind as well. Bug Fairy, so we don't know too much about it right now, or if it's going to be part of an evolution line or anything, but that's Cutiefly there, and again some more shots from the Pokedex. I quite like the design of it. It's not, too amazing, but it looks to be a base Pokemon, so it's going to evolve into something later on hopefully, so we'll see then. Then, getting towards the end, we have one more Pokemon to look at, which of course is going to be Togedemaru. It's actually an electric steel type, so sort of different to what we were expecting, because we expect just a pure electric type, but I guess it's a hedgehog, so a steel would make sense there, and of course you can see its spines of sorts coming out at the back there. Togedemaru's ability actually is a lightning rod, so if it's hit by an electric type attack, it's going to increase its special attack. So that's pretty interesting, and I do like its design as well. It's nothing amazing, but I do like it. And again, you can see some more shots from the Pokedex there. Then finally, the trailer ends off just with sort of a footnote of Zygarde 50%. It's just tapped on at the end here, just talking about how it's going to be in the game still, and how when you get to low health points, again the ability activates and you get yourself a complete Zygarde form with some awesome new art for it as well. I don't think we've seen that before. I quite like it, and obviously it keeps the same typing. So that is that trailer, that video down. Hopefully we'll get the English version of the trailer at some point, possibly tomorrow when the information was probably supposed to be revealed. But obviously we had the leak early, so we have this now. So maybe we'll get the English trailer tomorrow. That would be cool, and hopefully there'll be some clues in sort of the speech and other English text we can actually read as to what's going on with Tapu Koko and stuff like that. But for now, I want to know, what do you think of these new Pokemon? We have 7 new Pokemon to look at. What do you think of Tapu Koko, the evolutions for Grubbin, Togedemaru, Bruxish, Drampa, the normal dragon type, and of course Cutiefly? Let me know what you think about all those Pokemon down below. Do you like the designs? Do you hate the designs? Do you think they're going to grow on you? And what do you think about the nice intro to Tapu Koko as well? Let me know what you think down below. But for now, this is going to be it for me for today. I'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye my friends.